What's up, guys? This is KX Factor X here, bringing you my first deck profile. Won this past weekend in locals, actually tied with this deck. It was with another top tier deck, which was Hunters. There was 4 Hunters that night. Yeah. So I'm gonna go over everything from what I have and kind of explain everything why I have it built this way, and we'll go from there. So starting off with eggs, we're gonna go into Yamon. Yeah, it's standard. In my opinion, I like when attacking and trashing the two. A lot of people, like new Beezlemon players, they forget that you can't swing with like an Itmon X or just with an Itmon. They think they can trash too. It has to be a wizard, basically a level 4 and up. That's a good, easy way to think about it. So, very good card. You can run the other, I forget what the other egg is. I think it's Pagu.
Yeah.
Pagumon, the on deletion trash 3. If you're swinging in and wanting to lose a stack, sure, but this is what I prefer. So, all right, on to rookies. I got a one of, so we're just gonna go over each of them. So I got the BT2 Impmon and the BT6 Impmon. I only play one of just because this is very situational with these. I like that I can trash an option card. I don't need like full cluster or instrument cluster, and then pull one of my Beels I need, or a level 5, which is really nice. So this is kind of one of those things to pull out of the trash and get rid of an option card that would be viable in the trash. This card, if starting off with this Impmon coming out, first turn you hard play it by itself with an Impmon in the back, and then swing next turn and get the early trash. It's cool. I think any more of that is just kind of too much. I just don't like the trashing or deletion on deletion effects with this, the old Beezlemon way. I like the new one, the new way when attacking trashing. So I value that more than the on deletions. That's why I only play one of. But we're going to go right into the rest of the rookies. So from BT12, we do Impmon X Antibody. Same thing. It's kind of like the mix of these two in a way, well, mainly this, but the BT6 Impmon, when digivolving or on play, you trash one option and bring one wizard or demon lord back, but also it's inherent when attacking, trash top 2, which is really cool. So I play 4 of because I really like seeing them, and if I need the extra draw to go over an Impmon, that's another option too. All right, from the starter deck, the new starter deck that came out in BT11, the new Impmon, the Warp Impmon. This is a very good card. This card is great in mid to end game. I've won a lot of games because of this card. So my favorite rookie in the deck so far. And one other Impmon that you guys will know. So very good card. And then its inherit is when trashing, blow up a rookie, which is nice, especially going against Hunters. Our last set of rookies, we're going to do our Impmon, the Ultar Impmon, which is EX2. This one's very good. It searches your Beezlemon and your Almako. And we'll go over the tamers here shortly. But this one, when this is trashed by an effect, you trash 3 more. I've had scenarios where I've trashed like 2 or 3 of these by a different effect, and I've trashed literally over 9, which is great. So this is a 4 of as well. I've seen some people do 2. I think 4 is great. I know, and just recently I was just told that this is restricted to 1 in the Ultimate Cup, which I'm not doing, but it's still good, I think, even as 1 of 2. So it'll still pop off, in my opinion. All right, into the level 4s now. We're going to go right into it. So you got to have the Wizard Mons. When trashing this card, you gain a memory, and also when attacking, place a card. You may reveal a card and put it on top of your deck. With the Almako combo, you would basically put this Impmon on top of the deck, and that starts your trash, and then go into there. So, all right, on to the last set of level 4s. I do 3 Wizardmon X Antibody. I don't run 4 just because I like one other level 4, which is the Witchmon, which gives DP gain and trash 3. But this is a great card too, because if you go over a Wizardmon, you gain blocker, but unfortunately you do not get the trash. But if you went over, let's say, an Impmon with this, then you get the trash and also get inherits trash 2 more cards, which is a good source to trash more cards when attacking. Again, the when attacking is what I favor the most, so yeah. All right, so my 4 count is low, so is my level 5 count. I'm only running 5 level 5s, so the new Balmon from the starter deck I run a 4 of, and I run 1 Balmon X antibody. I'm thinking about bumping this up, putting another X antibody to run 6. We'll see. I'm just going to be doing play testing here soon, but with this, it was pretty good. There were some moments, some games where I was looking for this all game, and it really hurt me, so I feel like bumping it up will be better. But this card is great because, if anyone knows, when Digivolving, you trash 3, and then on deletion, that churn, if this gets deleted, you get to play Beezlemon for free. So it can set you up for Beezlemon for the next turn, essentially. And this, same thing when Digivolving, trash 3. Also, when Digivolving, if you have an X antibody in the trash, you can return that back to your hand, which is nice. And then you can, of course, go over Balmon X to trash 3 more, so that's 6 trash, which is great. And unfortunately, that card Balmon X does not have an on deletion. But if you just Digivolve Balmon X over it, when it dies, you're still going to be able to bring out Beezlemon because it says that churn on deletion. So, all right, let's get into the big boy, the one and only Beezlemon. So EX2 Beezlemon, I run a 3 of. Yes, I do have a winter card. This card looks great, got it in the Beezlemon Cup. But yeah, great card against Hunter in my opinion. They don't see it coming typically because when trashing or when Digivolving, when attacking, trash 2, and then delete a Digimon level 3 or lower, and then for every 10 of your trash, delete level increase that by 1. So, you know, their whole deck is 3s, 4s, and 5s. They don't have level 6s. So when I would bring this out first, I would always blow up reset their board. Even though they have save, it was still really good blowing them up all the time. And I wanted to see this more because even when I trash this brings out an Intmon for free. And which is great too, because if I don't want to bring in Intmon, you don't have to because this says you may. So, very good card in this format. I might think about doing 4, but I think 3 is just perfect because most Beals decks do 2. Let's go right into the next boys. The new starter deck Beezlemon, I just run 2 of. I want to see this either in trash or 1 in my hand, typically. Reason with being trash is that warp combo with Impmon from the starter deck. When Digivolving, trash 4 with this. And then for every 10, you gain a memory, and then you get security attack +1 when a card is trashed. And that can be any card. So if you do another card that trashes something, this gains all that effect, which is great. So it's a really good card. I used to run a 4 of, but I think running down 2 is a lot better. And having more board control, in my opinion, is better for this deck in this format right now. So, all right. The new cards from BT12. Honestly, probably the best card in the deck, in my opinion, is Beezlemon X. Very great card towards end game, even mid game, depending on how much you have in trash. When Digivolving over Beezlemon for 1, trash 1 security for every 10. So I've had games where I'm at like 10, I put them at 20, or I had 20 in trash and then trash 2 and swing in for game. Or in one game, I had a scenario where I had 30 in trash and my opponent had 3 in security, and I won with that, which was great. So very good card. I love it. I run a 2 of. I don't think you need more than 2 because you do see this a lot, and you can get it out of the trash if you do trash it. Okay, and to the big boy, you got to play blast mode for in game 2. This is another piece to end the game. When Digivolving, basically, if you have 20 in trash, unsuspend and then gain 3 memory. And then when this card's trash, you can blow up a level 3 or lower and then increase the maximum level by 1 for every 10. So if you have 20, you can blow it up a 4 or 5, which is nice because of going against Hunter's deck. That's a great card to trash and then also have in your hand. So I play 1 of. A lot of people like to play 2 of, but I think 1 of is just right. Onto the Tamers. A lot of players maybe run 3 of the new Aomako. I actually run 4. And I've seen some players only run 2 of them. I think this is mandatory. The search, the when Digivolving over another purple Digimon and placing it on top of the deck, that, and then gaining the memory from that. And then if you put, like, let's say that I'm on EX2 with this, and then you trash, following on effect with trash, like Balmon, you're already cycling, you got 6 cards you trashed. Great card, and then, of course, potential, gaining more memory. If you have more than 2 on the field, this your board is pretty scary, in my opinion. If you even have one, it's still scary. And then I play the one of EX2 Almako, memory setter, and it's great when digivolving. It's like a warp effect as well. When you attack with Beezlemon, you go right into a blast mode from trash, and that's another way to win a game is with this. And sometimes if you don't even see this is great to have because you at least have a memory setter.
People like to choke you too much, it becomes too rough for the deck.
Right, yeah, and
it gains memory, but you really got to get those evos off.
Right, and the deck's already a high roll deck anyways. It's very, very high roll, and yeah, you see your pieces to gain memory like Deathslinger and your Wizardmons, but sometimes you don't. And those are the days that you wish you had like your memory setter. So I think a run of 5 is pretty good for the Tamers, and having that memory setter.
Plus, you're going to trash them anyway, so it's like you might as well try to see at least 1 or 2 if you can. Right,
and another cool card I like to piece with Almako, the new one, is the Beezlemon EX2 to flood the field more with Imp-Mon, because sometimes if they don't have, your opponent doesn't have cards to get rid of the rookies, you can technically rookie rush them too. Mm-hmm. So, and then we're going to go right into options. We're going to go into 4 Rivals Barrage. A lot of people like to run 3. I like 4. I like having higher chances of blowing a board up or a big stack up in my security, or even in my hand. I'll pay the cost just to reset someone, especially if they don't have anything in raising. Why not? And also when trashing, it's great to pull something from trash, and that's including your tamers. So if you need a tamer, this is a great card to get that as well.
Especially with the memory setter Mako, you go to 3.
Yes.
You're only putting your opponent to 4 if you do nothing.
Right.
But if you have the other Mako, you're gaining more memory. You could almost play it for free, depending on how many things you trash and gain memory of.
Right. Exactly. And like Jared actually suggested, my buddy Jared here is recording me. He actually suggested running this Mako as well, and running a 5-up, because it really works.
Yeah.
It really works. So. So let's go into the last set of option cards here. This is a mandatory especially against Hunter. Man, this has saved me so many turns. Death slinging those Hunters out there, and they're like they're level 4s and the level 5s, because it starts off deleting one of your opponents to level 4 or lower, and then for every 10 you gain a level. So I've literally deleted countless times superior mode. When it's got a full stack and he's bounced me, I just come back with the Death Slinger because I already had 10 in trash. So it's great for cost of 4, and you gain a memory when trash. It's just all in all a great card. Last couple option cards here. One of X Antibody. You gotta have X Antibody for the plays, and I'll tell you guys a story with this. And then 7th Full Cluster. That's another good card. When you digivolve it to a Beezlemon X, and this is in trash, you gotta delete something else, which is cool, and then it goes at the bottom of your deck. So, very good card. All the bombs. I mean, literally running 9 bombs, which is great.
It goes at the bottom of your deck. It could always save you that extra bit, because I've seen you deck out turn 4.
Right, and it could save you.
It could literally save you just that, get one more thing, trash, and swing for game kind of thing. So.
Yep. So, last thing, I'll just tell you guys one of the greatest things that happened. So, I had an Imp-Mon ST4, the new Imp-Mon. And this is going back to the X Antibody. I had the X Antibody, right? I had 30 in this is the game I had 30 in trash. So I had Imp-Mon. He didn't blow it up, but I tucked my X Antibody underneath. I warped right into the new Beezlemon. So when attacking, if you have 20 or more, you can warp for 3. And I had a memory of, I think, 2 at the time. Or no, it was 3. He put me to 3. Went right into Beezlemon to 0. Then Almako allowed me to put 1 card on top of the deck. So I trashed it so I can gain the Sec +1 and gain all my memory back, because it gave me 3 more memory back. And then since when attacking, I went right into, for 1, X Antibody for game. It trashed all of his security and then swung in for game with Beezlemon X. And it's pretty cool. That was probably the best combo I had that night. Mm-hmm. But that is it. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and be posting this soon.